There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Welcome back to more Let's Play Trust Gold Steel. Last time, as you guys recall, we got to Heimdr. We took out a beast of a monster, and now we're gonna be venturing on into unknown territory. Let's see, hats off. Drogel's Plaza. Dang it. Here we go. Oh, and just so you guys know, I may have to go grab... I actually just started doing some laundry, so in about probably 30 to 45... In about 30 to 40 minutes, I'll have to go grab my laundry, so you guys may actually end up, Oh, hello there, Chaman. How's it going? Welcome, to the stream. So yeah, in a little bit I'll have to go get some laundry, go get laundry since I actually just started it, actually. Considering I was, shopping earlier, but I will be back, actually. It'll only take about, like, 10 minutes for me to just go grab my laundry and that's it. Not that long. But the stream will still be on. Welcome. Would you like some gelato? I'm doing good. I finally fixed, yeah, I finally, did fix the thing of, what happened last time, where for some reason the bot kind of, yeah. So I did fix it last night, yesterday, so everything's all good now, so you guys can definitely bring in some, sexy emojis if you guys like. By using the ones I made, but I'll probably make more eventually. Yeah, I just finished, since it's my day off, I pretty much just finished doing a little grocery shopping. I just need 3 items, honestly. Well, actually 3 or 4 items, to be completely honest. Oh, how is a handmade gift he received from someone very special to him. Aww. Ironically, he dropped it by my stall, and there's been no sign of him ever since. That's not good. Especially if it was so important to him. He was probably devastated after he realized he lost it too. Which means he's most likely frantically searching for it as we speak. The catch being that he's unaware of where exactly he dropped it. Yep, that's probably it. I could have given it back to him by now if he was a regular customer, but he's definitely not. Well, if you knew who he was, this wouldn't be a problem. How old do you think he was? I'd say he was in his 20s at least. He did mention that he was from the Ost District. God. Still full from that ramen I had, actually. That's all I know, though. Sorry. How many 20-something males are there in Heimdall? More than would make this easy. Still, knowing he's from the East District should make things easier. Oh yeah, that's where your house is, isn't it? Exactly. The East District has a strong sense of community, and I know a pub owner who may know something. So I assume we'll find him eventually. Then I see no reason not to go to this pub. Probably our best bet. Could we take that hat with us, Jasmine? Of course. Here you go. Yay! Thank you. Oh. Pub's called Gamgee's and is owned by a man named, well, Gamgee. It's located around the center of the district. Pub's always good for getting info. Yeah. Bartenders always know good information concerning that they hear things a lot of what goes on. That's actually one of the surprising things about them. They know a lot. They're like basically informants, essentially. I wonder if it's actually because they actually do actually get the information from people. Oh. Suppose it couldn't hurt to look at it.
Here's the statue of Emperor Dragons. He strikes quite a stately pose. Weird to think he's the one who founded our academy.
If I remember correctly, I believe Prince Olivert and his family are also part of, I think, somehow Arnor's ancestors or something. Memory serves me correctly, I believe. Although then again, I haven't really read any mangas about it, but that's from my understanding. And here's the palace. Pretty cool, right? So, this is Valflame Palace. This is where the Emperor's government is headquartered too, right? Yeah. It's a pretty imposing building, though. Let's see, that's awesome. I think people has not yet got your notifications, lol. Yeah, I mean, I sent it, once I clicked it, usually my Discord, sends out a notification. And also I did actually just send it over on X as well. Yeah. I did send it on X as well, but seems like a lot of people forget to check their notifications. Obviously. Although YouTube is really bad at not sending out notifications very well, unfortunately. I don't know why, but yeah. Oh, you're all here too. Wait, what are you guys doing here? Totally coincidence. It's not like we were planning to run into you here. Isn't your group supposed to be focusing on the western half of the city? I seem to recall your group being assigned to cover the east side, and yet here you are. Ah, this must be where our areas overlap. Have you been going around exploring all the places on your list too, then? Yes, we only arrived here by tram a little while ago. How's everything coming along, Fee? Not bad. Still, in a city this big, it's quite a coincidence to just run into each other like this. True, perhaps fate keeps trying to bring us together. I take it they put you all up in the old guild house too, then? Yeah. I have to say, I didn't see that coming. Your dad seems like he's the milling type, Machias. I wish I could disagree. I'm sure he has his reasons. We've explored half of our assignment area so far. How about you? Yeah, I'd say we've been to about half of ours too. I see. It seems we all have some more legwork ahead of us. Yeah, let's give it our best out there. Oh, hey, why don't we all get lunch together later? That sounds wonderful. There's no guarantee we'll be able to get together again during our visit after all. True, be a perfect chance to exchange information as well. I have no objections. Alright, well, just give us a call on the Arcus when you're ready to take a break for lunch. We'll do the same. Sounds like a plan. Back to exploring then. Yeah, let's move on to the next area. Later, everyone. Alright. Oh, hey Sage, how's it going? You missed yesterday's stream. What happened? Were you just too busy, or did your internet give out? Uh, oh, okay, got it. Really didn't miss much. Except missed I don't know. What did you miss? Oh yeah, the battle with the Nar Knight. That's one thing you missed yesterday. Or the other day before. Man, something I'd like to ask you, GameG. Could you take a look at this hat for me? We're searching for its owner. I actually, yeah, last night I did actually start playing Tales of Graces Remastered. It's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, given how the PlayStation 3 was back in the day, but for a game that's now on PC, it's actually runs pretty well at 60 frames per second. God, I remember playing it. I remember I played it on the emulator, and because I actually downloaded the PlayStation 3 emulator to try and play Tales of Graces F, and I tried playing at 60, and man, the amount of text would go incredibly fast that I'm like, wait, what the heck is going on here? I haven't caught up with everything, but I'm glad that Bandai remastered the game now. I'm really glad that they remastered it, so now I can actually stream it when I get the chance. Probably once I actually am done completing this whole entire stream for this one. No, yeah, the Tales game the Tales games are pretty good. I've played, let's see, I've played Vesperia, Berseria, which I will do. Let me see. I've played Zillia. I've played Graces F, the one on PlayStation 3. Um, I played Symphonia. God, what other ones haven't played? I haven't played any of the games that were like on the NES back in the day, or any of the other consoles. Yeah, the humor in Grace's F is just absolutely funny. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like there's just so much fourth wall humor and it's actually funny. Yeah. A little bit of there are some naughty bits actually that get mentioned, although I think that kind of falls in actually Zillia, to be honest. Considering that there's one character who pretty much like tries to turn everything into being like a sex monologue. Don't sweat it. Cool. No, yeah, I remember I saw a little bit of it actually. When I was I think probably about like 14 or 15 at the time. I remember back when Cartoon Network was still a thing. I remember what was it? What do I remember? Yeah, I remember it was like called like I think like Friday Night or whatever, where like they would show a whole bunch of different shows like Camp Lazlo and such. God, Camp Lazlo was actually funny. Yeah, yeah. Um, Commander Uhaha or something or whatever. Wait, no, wait, Commander Brouhaha or whatever. God, yeah. A short while ago without much of a word. Of course not. All right. Uh, I also loved Totally Spies back in the day too. Totally Spies was awesome. I love Totally Spies. That was such a great show, especially when it came to like Clover having a competition with was it Mandy or Mindy or whatever? There you are. Found him just in time. Isn't that we were? This one happened to be yours, would it? Yeah. I didn't really like My Gym Partner as a Monkey. I really did not really like that show. Okay, Imaginary Friends. That was a decently good show. No. Go to your room. No supper. Yeah, I remember how annoying Mr. Harriman was as a freaking mayor of the house. God, I remember how obnoxious he was. So I was like, what is with you with all these rules? Yeah. Yeah. I think out of all the three Totally Spies girls, I think I actually really liked Clover. Even though she was sort of kind of a bitch, but she was pretty cool though. I need to like try rewatching that show. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that one time, Blue Regard, he put on that freaking what is it? He put on like some sort of like night party, and so he basically made some sort of joke where basically he told Mr. Harriman that his refrigerator is doing something, so he literally left out and went to go find the refrigerator or whatever, the imaginary refrigerator. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, yeah. There were some episodes that were really good actually in that show. Although I do actually remember that one time where that one episode where Mac got tickets to Europe and he was gonna plan on taking Blue and the gang to go to Europe, but then Madame Foster decided to to do like a little bit of pickpocketing on Mac by basically giving him a hug and actually taking it, where Mac didn't even realize that where like before he boarded the bus, he didn't even actually realize. Wait a minute, where are my tickets? Oh shoot! I bet Madam Foster took them. Oh God, I think I remember that episode. I believe so. I don't remember exactly which episode, but I know the episode you're talking about though. My God, what other episodes do I remember? There was that bowling episode where like literally Mac was terrible, where like he thought he was really good, but then for some reason he ended up like getting gutter balls or hitting like the very last pin or whatever, and then he went up to the receptionist or whatever, and apparently there was like an imaginary bowling pin or whatever that was trying to show him how to bowl or whatever, but he ended up like throwing the ball or whatever, and yeah. But I think he still remember getting. I think I still remember him getting a strike on something. Fleas? How can you have fleas? We cannot have fleas in this house. Wait, they're not imaginary fleas. They're not ordinary fleas. They're imaginary. God, imaginary fleas. Oh God, yeah, I remember that episode too. I remember that episode. Ugh. Yeah, that was. I actually liked the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Even though Billy was always like such a nuisance. And Mandy was like the complete opposite of Billy, where she was always like super super duper serious, and Billy was just a pure dumbass. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna go get some sodies out of Grimm's trunk. Hey, no taking stuff out of my trunk. And I also still remember how Billy was even after, going through Grimm's trunk and actually magically, like, I think, like, pulling out a spider, and then overnight, like, the spider just got big, and then all of a sudden, like, Billy just got so scared. And Grimm was like, did that come out of my trunk? And yeah. I even actually remember the one where I think Grimm was reading, like, the one with, like, Hansel and Gretel, and Billy ended up, like, befriending, like, a wooden puppet that's supposed to be, like, Pinocchio or whatever. And instead, the thing, like, literally, like, was, trying to roast him or whatever. God. That I do remember. Okay. Let's see. Give me one moment here. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Um, oh yeah, and Nenny. Oh my God, yeah, I remember that episode too. And it was also a really really good episode. I mean, good show too. Actually, there is I think Devil Armis actually just uploaded an episode where Cell and Kermit actually do go to Ed and Eddie's world, and and it just turns out to be very 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 stupid. Not gonna lie. Let's see, my name is Noble. I run the Durham. Let's see. Where is that thing? Oh God, yeah. Yeah, butter toast. Yeah, I remember that. Even the whole entire thing where like they were always like clamoring over what was it? Jawbreakers or whatever. That'd be like the main candy that they would always go after. It's like, really? Jawbreakers? Oh god, I even actually remember the Kanker sisters. Oh my god. They were like really some pretty ugly sisters. I'm not gonna lie. Actually pretty annoying too. They didn't actually even strike me as really adorable. Although okay, now as I get it, but still. Yeah. Although I actually remember in the show they actually man, how big the Jawbreakers were in that show. Oh my god. They were just really big and ginormous. Yeah. Oh, you want a Jawbreaker? That'll be 25 cents. Really? Yeah. I even actually remember the one where where Eddie couldn't even come up with a scam, so then he decided, okay, you know what? I'll use Jimmy to see if see if he has a scam I could come up with, and it wasn't really like the type of scam that Eddie was looking for. His whole entire scam was, okay, gather about 5 to 7 refrigerators, and we'll make a gigantic popsicle using those refrigerators. Like, seriously? Or freezers or whatever, whichever they were. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's an idea. And then of course make a profit. Uh, I love chunky puffs. God, that'd be the only cereal that they would actually talk about. And then I remember the producers kind of went on to to then make Ed and Eddie and the rest of the people in the cul-de-sac be in school instead. That was kind of interesting. With the one with the lamb chop and turtle duff. Oh my god. And then I know the very last episode, they all went to they basically wanted to pay Eddie's brother a visit. And yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see. I will be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Powerpuff Girls was an awesome show. After visiting the assigned areas and completing their mandatory tasks, bringing Group A contacted Group B. Yeah. I think the other show I actually the one show I really loved back in the day was Challenge Showdown. That was a really good show. Yeah, Powerpuff Girls was good, especially with Mojo Jojo. Although honestly, I would say the princess in that one was really spoiled. She was kind of a nuisance, to be honest. And then, of course, I remember Mojo Jojo made like the Rowdy Rough Boys, and I remember that much. I remember. Surprised we worked up such an appetite running around. Yeah. 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 Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the perfect ingredients to create the chosen perfect little girls. But when Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X. Thus, the Powerpuff Girls were born. Using their ultimate superpowers, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of evil. Oh yeah, Dexter's Laboratory. Yeah, also good. Sorry I ruined Christmas again, but isn't Christmas about... you moron. That's not what Christmas is about. It's not? Then what is it about? The presents. God. Yeah. No, nothing. Seems you shall be... You're nothing more than a mere monkey. God. Even that one spin-off thing within the show about, like, the Justice Friends with Major Glory. God. No. I know, like, in the show, they were trying to make it, like Marvel characters or whatnot. Or something. Like Justice League or something like that. Let's hope the Major's back. Let me see. Finally I got my laundry done, so now I'm good. Well, now I am actually kind of cold. I need to turn on my freaking heater. So nice to have a much more better heater than the heater I actually had before. I still have it on me, even though I haven't gotten rid of it yet. Most extermination request you placed? Oh, you came to take care of that for us, did you? You all seem rather young. Are you sure you'll be able to handle it? We have significant experience in monster extermination. I don't foresee any problems. Can you explain what exactly you'd like us to do? Well, if you insist. The request involves the eradication of a monster currently living underneath this hotel. Underneath? You see, beneath the city lies a network of underground passages built during the Middle Ages. One of those passages happens to lead directly into this hotel's basement. Oh, goody. We get to travel into a basement. Yay! So, it was originally constructed during the so-called Dark Ages? I seem to remember reading something like that in a book a while back. Increasing the number of monsters inhabiting the passage. Yes, to the guild to clear out the monsters underground, but that isn't an option this time, as the guild branches in the city closed over a year ago. Doesn't sound good. Our customers certainly won't be able to rest easy with dangerous creatures prowling around beneath the hotel. Do you think... Oh god, Johnny Bravo? I remember Johnny Bravo. Yeah. Nah, I always liked Johnny Bravo. Even though, yeah, he'd be putting his charms on women. And then, of course, all the women would literally beat his ass because the fact is they didn't even like him that much. God. Or actually, well, no, they didn't like the way, how he was putting his moves on them, but same time, I actually kind of liked Johnny Bravo. You know, it was kind of weird, but at the same time, it was pretty good. Hey there, lady. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, literally, Johnny Bravo gave absolutely no shit of what happened. He, literally gave no shit. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can punch me or whatever, but I'm not gonna bow down. I think he pretty much, sent a good present for the people who want to be, the charismatic guys that want to go after women. I think he set a good precedent for that, honestly.
Oh my.
Vita Clotilde!
Yes, I'll
this now? You three, don't just stand there staring. You're in the presence of the legendary opera singer Vita Clotilde, the Azure Diva herself.
Oh, God. I forgot how Magius and Elliot gush over her. God.
The Azure Diva, huh? I do recall hearing that name at some point.
What, you know who she is?
I'm not surprised. Opera is a world unto itself. I expect there are multitudes who have never heard of me before.
Vita Clotilde.
I'm Vita Clotilde, an opera singer. I'd be delighted if you would come and hear me sing sometime.
It's a pleasure to meet you. She's really pretty. By the way, I couldn't help but notice your uniforms. You're all students, then. Did you come here in the hopes of getting my autograph, by any chance? Of course we did. What other reason could we possibly have to be here? Okay, cool your jets, you two. We're all students from Thor's Military Academy in Trista. We came to the capital on a field study, started making our rounds, and ended up here. Aw, what a way to take the wind out of my sails. But a military academy, you say? Could that mean you've come to take care of the beasts in the underground passage? Yep, just about to get started. Just leave that monster to us. We'll have it down for the count before you know it. I'm relieved to hear that. I've been quite worried ever since I first heard about it. Still, you said you're here on a field study. My, schools these days certainly put their students through some challenging coursework. I kind of pretty much like, I don't know, kind of feel like I'm kind of done with school, honestly. It's just no fun anymore. Plus, actually, there was, I think I was hearing about how, teachers nowadays don't even, like, have to go through exams to become a teacher. Like, literally, like there's no, criteria to meet before becoming a teacher. Which is absolutely ridiculously and stupid. Like, literally. To become a teacher, you have to have great knowledge. You can't just become a teacher without knowing, like, basic math and how to write English stuff. Seriously. That's just stupid. I'm sorry, but I need to be on my way or I'll be late for my rehearsal. If you'll excuse me. Our apologies for delaying you. Not at all. It made for a pleasant diversion. I wish you all the best with your field study. I'm sure it won't be easy. Wow. She's even prettier in person than she is in photographs. Yeah, nothing compares to the real thing. Oh, no, we forgot to get her autograph. Aw, what a shame. Still, she seemed to be a fine woman. Not only beautiful, but considerate and patient as well. Yeah, I got that impression too. So, she's a famous opera singer, huh? I feel like... yeah. To be a fan of hers. What's wrong, Fee? It's probably nothing. Anyway, there's some creature waiting down there for us to serve an eviction notice. The door to the underground is on the right-hand side of the hall. Once we're ready to go. So this is what the underground passage looks like inside. Wow, seems crazy they built something like this in the Middle Ages. Seems like the monster we're after must be pretty deep inside too. Laura, Fee, just to be sure, you're both ready to begin exploring, right? Of course. If I couldn't be of service in situations like these, it'd be pointless for me to be here at all. Same here. I've got your back. I think it's about time we finally formed a successful combat link, Fee. We may have different approaches to combat, but we both show our true worth on the battlefield. I doubt you wish to bring further shame upon yourself, and I feel the same. True. I'll try to match the rhythm of your breathing. Let's go. Don't need to really go in there. Let's see. I'm not going to worry about the small fries, because there's really no point to dealing with them.
Let's get this over with.
My turn.
Come on. Oh, I forgot they can't form combat links. Damn it. Alright, fine. Thought they could.
Here we go. Get on my blade. Leave it to me.
My turn. Of course. Shatter.
There we go.
You should keep going.
Crap.
This would make a great training area. I envy the people who live around.
Only you would see an underground passage and think about training. Enemy sighted. Let's take them out.
My turn.
We can't relax yet.
Alright, let's see. We need to go a little bit further in. Let's see. There is a chest at the very end here, actually. What is in this chest, actually? Oh, okay. Well, that is going to be useful. I'm assuming it will be useful, actually. And I think it's at the very end here.
My turn. Of course. Off guard.
It's my turn.
Okay.
Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
Alright. Yeah.
We're out of formation.
Ow.
Okay.
My turn. There. Right. Leave it to me.
My turn. I'll
Here we go. Okay, safe for now.
Oh. Wow.
Okay.
And just like that, I have... Okay. Wow. I'll do a flash grenade.
My turn.
Leave it to me. My turn.
Uh-oh.
Target locked.
Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe.
I did it.
Oh, shit.
A challenging foe. We should engage it with care.
Well, that must be it. Yeah, that looks like the monster the hotel's owner asked us to deal with. Laura, Fee, are you two ready? Of course. I'd like to ask that you put me and Fee myself on the front lines for this battle.
We have nothing to fear.
My turn.
Hello there, Western773. Welcome to the stream. Ah, damn it. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Let's see. I gotta eliminate the small fry first, cause otherwise it's just gonna be.
My turn. Of course.
Ow. Let's see. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, Teen Titans was also good too. Let's see. There we go. Hmm. Let's see. Was grenade, which emits bright light. Oh, cannon bounce. Sweet. Oh, destroy. Here we go. Ah, that's right.
Leave it to me. How about this?
Okay.
Here we go.
Ah. All right.
My turn.
Ah. Oh god, yeah. I remember that. And then I remember what else do I remember? I remember like how yeah, Robin was like X or something like that. I think like supposed to be like under Slade's person or whatever. Yeah, I think his name was X. I forget exactly, but I think that's probably about right. I remember that. Oh god, I love that episode where that one mysterious magician like all of a sudden like trapped Robin and the gang into some sort of box or whatever, and then like Raven finally figured out like the trick to the yeah, finally figured out the magic trick or whatever. That I do actually remember.
Here we go. Another chance.
Or even that time like where I think what was it? It was Beast Boy and something where they actually like went all the way like had to go inside of the body of Cyborg and God. Oh God. Oh wait, yeah. It was Beast Boy and that one guy who was kind of like Cyborg, but he was a little bit younger or whatever, and he was hired by Slade or whatever. Yeah, I do remember. Damn.
My turn.
Of course.
It's my turn.
Ah, damn it. Great, I'm not in range. Wonderful. Ah.
How about this? Here we go. Now's your chance. Leave it to me. My turn. Flames, gather on my blade.
Okay.
God.
Right.
And it looks like a win.
Right.
Success.
Not bad. A plus outcome.
I don't remember that episode. Um, Let me see. What episode do I remember? Oh my god, the pie episode. Oh my god. I remember that pie episode where like Cyborg bought like some pie or whatever, and then like he ended up poisoning the whole entire gang, and then yeah, it was, what's it called? Mother May I? That I do remember. God, that was actually a very hilarious episode. I will admit. And then also the time where Cyborg and Beast Boy like went onto Raven's thing, and oh my god, they also, I remember they went into Raven's thing, and then they all of a sudden like saw too many like different Raven outfits or whatever.
You know, maybe you should just stop worrying about trying to form a combat plan with each other.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can see why you really want to.
No. I don't want to hold our group back more than I already have. I'd like to withdraw from active combat and take a more supporting role for the duration of this field study.
Why?
Laura, it doesn't make any sense for you not to be in the thick of the fight.
Don't be ridiculous. If anyone should be benched, it's me.
Yeah,
Sense when
she was.
each of us brings to a fight.
I think she was like kind of like a gypsy or something, like an evil gypsy. I think that's what I think. Think that's what she was. Either a gypsy or a witch, but I definitely know she wasn't a warlock. Warlock and witches are completely two different things.
No. My own
Well, obviously you can't. Obviously, Laura has a problem with dealing with having a Jaeger as a teammate. Obviously. I mean, what? I mean, a Jaeger is basically an assassin specializing in combat. I mean, like, what's the difference? I mean, it's nowhere different than someone with a longsword, literally. Not really much difference when you think about it. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that. That was also a good episode. There were actually some really good episodes in Teen Titans. I even remember Life and Times of Jennifer Lee. That was also a really good show too. Or Hi Hi Puffy on Miyumi. Also a really good show too. Or even Ben 10. Ben 10 was also really good.
Denied. Actually, I'll be the one withdrawing from frontline combat.
Huh? Ring?
This seems awfully sudden. What's your line of thinking? During all the battles we fought, one thing stood out to me. I couldn't help but notice that under ordinary circumstances, Laura and Fee's fighting styles complement each other perfectly. Interesting. What do you mean? Laura's the ideal knight, standing strong in the thick of the fight, dominating enemies with her blade. Then there's Fee, an ideal vanguard, overwhelming the opposition with her speed and creating openings for Laura. During the practical exam, none of us should have stood a chance against the two of you. Put it that way, it does make sense.
If they could form a combat ring, they'd be virtually unstoppable.
Yeah, I didn't think that's escaped you two either. That's why you keep trying to form a combat link, but there's something stopping you from connecting with each other. Whatever it is, it's been frustrating both of you this whole time. Right?
It's exactly as you say.
Okay, so, since that's how things stand, it makes no sense for you two to just give up and withdraw from combat. In fact, considering everyone's relative strengths and weaknesses, it makes the most sense for me to fall back. This way, you'll have more chances to work out whatever it is that's standing in the way of you forming a link.
Yeah, I remember that show as well.
You have my thanks.
Especially considering Courage was always the one that used a computer that could actually speak and whatnot. And he was always like the smart one to protect the family, even though Eustace, being as an evil dick as he was, always trying to scare him away because he hated the way how Courage was. But then Muriel was always the polar opposite,
That's what I like to hear.
because she cared more and more about the puppy than Eustace.
Just like you were with me and Eustace. Think? I don't really think I did anything out of the ordinary.
That's you, Ring, to not think anything of it. Still, it's to you. Maybe hopefully it's to after all.
Oh yeah, cats. I remember that much. I remember him trying to cook up Ariel too. Oh wait, no, Muriel. Sorry, why did I say Ariel? I meant Muriel. Always trying to cook up Muriel or whatever. Or even I remember Eustace with that weird record player. That it was kind of an evil record player where like some guy would come out of it and then all of a sudden like end up trying to toss Muriel into the record instead. That I do remember.
We need to get back to the hotel, right?
Actually. Hmm? Something wrong, Elliot? It's, is it just me, or do you guys hear a sonata off in the distance? Oh. Now that you mention it, I do hear music, very faintly. I think I can make out a violin and a flute. Quite an elegant piece, too, from the sound of it. Doesn't sound pre-recorded either. You think the sound is filtering down here from the surface? This way. Yeah. I never saw The Little Mermaid as a kid, but I do, I never really watched the movie, but I do know I've played Kingdom Hearts, so I am familiar with, like, The Little Mermaid a little bit. Although then again, Kingdom Hearts 2 was really just a musical, it wasn't really, like, an actual thing. And also, too, I think I remember, Atlantica was always just an optional, world to go to in, the first Kingdom Hearts. But she didn't make for a good summoning character in Kingdom Hearts 3. I can hear the melody more clearly now too. Looks like this leads out to the surface.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Okay.
My turn. It's my turn.
All right.
My turn.
You should keep going.
Hottest woman ever, and I can only pick one. That is a hard one to choose because there's so many. Man, that's a very hard one.
There's a light.
Sound's getting louder too.
Must be getting close to
I think, I wouldn't say Megumin. No. Aqua's kind of a nuisance. Well, not really a nuisance, but weird. Asuna. Like, well, it's hard to choose, honestly. There's so many beautiful ones. Maybe C2 from Code Geass. I mean, Ria's Grimy is also good too, but it's hard to choose one. There's so many great anime girls, literally. Near park. If so, we're not far from the city hall. And this is Mater Park. Who would have guessed those underground tunnels would spit us out somewhere like this? The layouts remain unchanged since it was created during the Dark Ages. You can really feel the city's history. It seems like the narrow passages here is even bigger than Brayhart's underground waterway. Ah. Hey, Elliot. Is something wrong? Oh, sorry. Listening to the sonata. Then I realized that the musicians playing it over there are actually friends of mine. They look like students. They seem exceptionally skilled for their age. Oh, they are. I'm really proud to know them. Would you guys mind if I went over and said hi? No sweat. Go ahead. Perhaps we should go and greet them too. It's a nice little park, to be honest. Really nice little park. Total slaughter. Total slaughter. I shall not leave a single man alive. Lottie duddy die. Genocide. Lottie duddy dud. An ocean of blood. Let's begin the killing time. Hey, great to see you again, Morris. You too, Ron, Kalinka. Feels like forever since you've been around. You seem like you're doing well. So, who are your friends? We're Elliot's classmates at Thor's Military Academy. It's a pleasure to meet you. It seems we're all about the same age, too. So, you're Elliot's hometown friends, then? Which school's uniform is that? Oh, we're students at the Music Academy. Music, huh? Yeah, it's an academy that puts the main focus on music. The school itself is on the outskirts of this district. A lot of famous musicians have graduated from there. Well, that explains why you all play so well. Thanks. Our academy always plays for the concert they hold during the summer festival every year. Classes are over for the day, so we're just adding a little polish before our performance. Oh, right. This does seem like the perfect place to practice. Yeah, can't believe how good you've all gotten, though. I mean, you were always great, but you've improved a ton. You must have really been practicing. You really think so? Well, we have been practicing. I'm practically hearing the songs in my sleep now. So true. I guess I'd be pretty disappointed if, after all that, we weren't getting at least a little better. I just wish you were here at the Music Academy with us. Oh, don't misunderstand. Thor's has a really good reputation and all. So, are you still practicing the violin? Yeah, in club practice. I ended up joining the Academy's wind orchestra, actually. I'm glad to hear it. You were really good. I hate to hear you'd given it up. Hopefully, we'll get another chance to play together someday. Yeah, I really like that. I really wish I could play an instrument. Sadly, I just don't have good hearing in one ear, and neither can I see with my right eye. But I always kind of would hope I could actually literally play electric guitar. Mostly because I love metal. And also too that there's some really good music in J-pop too. I mean, Passcode's a good band. Band Maid's a good band. God. Which fighting game franchise has the best girls? Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Dead or Alive, or Tekken? Dead or Alive. Seriously, no question, Dead or Alive. Mortal Kombat's got some decent ones. Not gonna deny that. But Dead or Alive actually has some really good ones. I like playing as Hitomi in that game, but also some other characters. Tekken I haven't really spent a lot of time with. In Mortal Kombat I haven't played that in a long time. Last time I played was I think number 9 or number 10. It's kind of disappointing considering like there was like a limited amount of characters you could actually play in number 9 and number 10. And then Armageddon wasn't bad of a game, honestly. All right. Yeah. What's her name? I think was it Elisa or something? The girl with the blonde twin pony with the blonde hair with long ponytails. With that blue skirt or shirt, whatever she'd be wearing. She's actually very, very attractive from Dead or Alive 5. I actually liked playing her a lot, actually, in Dead or Alive 5. I'll try to see if I can play that game on here, if I can. Because I love playing Dead or Alive 5. Dead or Alive 5 last round's pretty good. I love playing a lot of the female characters. Not really necessarily the male characters, but I love playing as the female characters. Because I love playing them when they're in their bikinis. It's just funny. But it's also really great because I get actual enjoyment when looking at their physique in their bikinis. God, Dead or Alive 5 was like the last great game.
You could open a shop with all the instruments here.
A piano, violins, wind instruments, a robust percussion section. I'm assuming the papers in the cabinet are all sheet music.
There's no way you can call this just a hobby.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, coming in here, this must look like some rabid obsession to you guys.
Yeah, he's a musician. You can't dock a guy like Elliot who's a musician. Don't doubt his motivation. Although I can understand like why he didn't get a chance to go to the music academy.
You know, my mom was a pretty famous pianist. Being raised around music like that, my sister and I ended up sharing her love of music.
Really? Looking at all this, I can see why you decided to join the wind orchestra at the academy.
Still, why didn't you go to the same school as the people we met earlier?
Fee?
Wait, Fee, that's not...
Don't worry about it. I'm sure this comes as no surprise. But I'd originally planned to attend the music academy.
Oh,
My sister and I grew up listening to our mom play the piano. Dad was more the strong, stoic type. Didn't know much about music, but he was head over heels in love with her. Our home was always filled with the sound of music. It kept our family smiling together. But 7 years ago, Mom got really ill. Eventually, she passed away. After her death, my sister and I both wanted to follow in her footsteps. She enrolled at the music academy and began working toward a career as a pianist. Naturally, I tried to do the same, but Dad wouldn't hear of it.
Oh,
It's one thing to have it as a hobby, but the idea of a man of the Empire making his living from music is absurd.
sounds like an asshole. Pretty much an asshole. Like, literally, a kid. Okay, a man can play music. Like literally, a man can play guitar and he can you know, some people are born to be musicians. It's just the way they are. They're not bound to be like, you know, to be army men or whatever. Some some people just love, you know, just want to do music as a potential career. Literally. And I don't doubt and I don't I would be totally fine with people you know, making a living off of being musicians. And actually a lot of musicians, some people actually played rock band Guitar Hero to become musicians of their own. Literally. Now if you go on YouTube, there's a lot of independent artists that are making music today. So but I'm guessing I can understand like from this guy from the father's perspective, but still, literally, you can make an honest living if you want to.
No matter how hard I tried to convince him, he just shook his head and refused to listen.
They're the only thing everybody in the whole world. Yeah, I mean, like, literally. Because really what it is, like, like, literally, you can create your own music if you want to. Even though, yeah, it's hard work, because you know, you have to get the rights to make your own music. You also, you know, you have to work with a record label. You have to have a manager. But yeah, I mean, if, you know, if you can master an instrument, then you can make songs out of it. There are loads of people. There are a lot of vocalists that aren't just vocalists, but they also play acoustic and electric guitars. Even there's one guy who can also play a keytar as well. I forget his name now, but he's I think he's part of Ailstorm. He's like the lead vocalist. So yeah. I know, like, I mean, even like Weird Al, you know, he as a guy, like, I mean, he's not only just a vocalist, but he also plays the accordion.
Then he started recommending one military academy after another, trying to push me toward a career in the army.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, music does bring people together. Yeah. I mean, I don't really like pop music. Since I kind of grew up on rock, I really actually like rock music. Although my mom was more like into like the soft rock type of music, like the Beatles, Queen, bands like those. Even I think she was okay with like listening to Three Doors Down, but honestly, I like the much more riff type of hard hitting music, like punk or alternative or something. Beatles, I don't really care much for. I think like the Beatles just their songs just sound horrible. I don't even like their songs, to be honest. I know to a lot of people it's like, how can you not show love for the Beatles? I just don't care for the Beatles, I'm sorry. Nor do I care for the Jonas Brothers or Maroon 5 or any of those. Most ones I really care about are 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, yeah, Nickelback. I can respect Nickelback. Who else? Yeah, I mean, White Snake, Bon Jovi, Boston. Man. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you know, to be honest, in LA, Los Angeles, you know, it was really like the city of where the birth of rock and roll came from. I mean, Los Angeles was like basically the city of rock and roll. Now look at it. Nowadays, like, we don't even like a lot of the mainstream companies, they don't really care much about putting like wanting to put rock music on the air now. It's all of it is just pop stuff with like, you know, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift. I mean, the most talked about person today is like literally Taylor Swift. And there's way too many people that listen to Taylor Swift. I don't even like her music, to be honest.
I hated him for it.
There's yeah, I know you can be a bard, actually. I mean, because I know in Skyrim you can like literally train yourself to, you can definitely become a bard if you wanted to. Being a bard's not bad, honestly. I mean, there are some really good songs in Skyrim. I actually love Skyrim. I played that actually a lot. Like back like last year over on this channel. I mean, over here on Kick and YouTube. Stopped playing it for a while.
Well, I started to think that maybe my passion for music had kind of cooled off. But I'm still full of regrets about the Music Academy and the summer festival concert, so I guess it hasn't after all. I wish I could just crawl into a hole right now.
So that's how you ended up at Thor's. I had no idea.
Do you regret it? Coming to Thor's and all?
Huh? Of course not. Why would I?
So you don't?
Life at the academy keeps me busy, but I still have time to perform with the wind orchestra after class is out. And I feel like I really broaden my horizons every time we go on a field study. Honestly, I feel like I get more out of Thor's than if I had just enrolled at the music academy without much thought. Maybe it's because whether I decide I want to be a musician or do something else totally different, I'll at least have the chance to choose what I want without someone deciding for me.
Elliot. Wow. You've really given this a lot of thought.
You really are strong, Elliot.
I wish I thought so too. I still feel jealous when I see my friends who went to the music academy putting their heart and soul into their music. But even with that, I've got no regrets about coming to Thor's. None at all. Besides, if I hadn't come, I never would have met you guys, would I? I'd regret that way more.
How can you say that with a straight face?
Maybe he's just oblivious.
I didn't think I was saying anything particularly embarrassing.
I figured that most people would blush saying something like that.
Still, this is Elliot we're talking about. You can get away with it.
You're the last person who should be saying that, Reed. Actually, I just remembered. I guess I do have one regret after all.
Huh? What is it?
Remember the summer festival concert my friend said they're going to be performing in? Back when my mom was still alive, she performed in it. My sister played in it 5 years ago, too. So I was really hoping that I'd be able to take the stage there one day, too.
Yeah, that's very sad. Very sad. Afterwards, Elliot decided to take the opportunity to spend the night at home. So the remaining four of us began to make our way to the old guild building where we'd be spending the night. God, it's a shame how I don't have like any people on Kick watching. It's really upsetting. Considering the past 2 times I actually had like a lot of people watching. What is it, like 14 or 15 people watching? Can't believe it's already past 9. We ended up staying at Ellie's longer than I thought. Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to break out the coffee after our meal, too. And she even invited us back for breakfast tomorrow. We'd hardly been here a day and she's already my favorite person. Shantae, huh? I never actually got to play Shantae. I know that's a game, I just haven't really played it. But I have played Jack and Dexter. That I have played. I'm just going to slip tomorrow's task into the guild's mailbox, right? I don't doubt they'll be delivered on time now. I do worry what we're in for. I have a feeling he'll put us. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some gameplay of it. I mean, it's cool. I'm more of the more like. I'm not really like. I mean, I'm okay when it comes to indie games, but like I'm not too big into them a lot. I'm more just like the real 3D aspect of JRPGs. Yeah, I mean, okay, when it comes to 2D games like Mario or something like that, sure, but like Paper Mario or something. But most of the time, I don't. I mostly just play a lot of 3D type of games. Not really so much into 2D like side-scrolling games. Oh, I have actually played some visual novels actually back in the day. A few of them. Let me see. I've played Honey Pop. I've played yeah, I've played some of the Sakura games or whatever. I've played some of those ones. I can actually play one that was kind of like basically a furry type of visual novel. Didn't really like it, to be honest. Fee, I challenge you to a duel. What? Okay. Tonight, right? Yes, tonight. I fear I won't be able to sleep until this has been resolved. Hold on a minute. Where did this come from? A duel? What are you talking about? Let's see. One thing characters should always wish for when they get genies is more wishes. Yeah. Yeah, too bad the max is like usually 3. Although then again, I suppose in Aladdin did actually wish for Genie to be free, but even so, like when Genie was free, he even actually still granted wishes. Nice and quiet. Oh, Serene, you're not just going along with this, are you? Oh, shush it. The capital might have a heady nightlife, but that's no excuse to cause a commotion. All right, let's head to the park then. 11. Are we seriously doing this? park scenery has an almost mystical air at night. It's nice.
Oh, what a pleasant evening.
It's pretty relaxing.
No denying those two have some surprising similarities.
I don't see any people in this part of the park.
I'm fine with here if you are.
Give me one moment, guys.
All right, Fee. Here are my conditions. If I win this duel, I want you to tell me about your past, your personal history. At first, there was something about your strength that I couldn't bring myself to accept. From the moment we first met, I could tell you were holding back. And considering your build, your combat proficiency is extraordinary. It's simply too far removed from what I've come to know through following the way of the sword.
No doubt.
Really? Yeah, all things considered, Fee's strength is totally improbable for someone her size.
To add to that, you were once part of the Jaeger Corps. I can't say I've ever thought of the Jaegers in particularly favorable light. If one defines life as the way of the virtuous, how can the path of the Jaeger be seen as anything but corrupt?
Yeah, if only things were stress-free. That's why it's like, if I die, I would want to go into like some sort of isekai world. Whether that be like Sword Art Online or just some sort of just nice world where like I'm born into a good family, I have a good father, I have a good mother, I'm raised well, and then I get trained in combat, and then eventually I just join up with the guild or something, or just get to go off and fight monsters and make a living out of doing that. That's kind of like a kind of life I kind of want, to be honest. Like getting paid to kill monsters, literally, and also be able to be part of something where like I'm surrounded with like 5 or 6 wonderful ladies, and all of us just all band together and we go out and defeat like all sorts of monsters just for money. I mean, that's kind of like a life I kind of want, to be honest. I mean, honestly, I just don't fit in this world. Like, I really don't. Like, even like during my childhood, like all I really care about is just playing video games. It's too much work to just like to be putting in so many hours in the day and such. Ridiculous. That's why sometimes like when I watch anime is like the type of animes like Sword Art Online and other ones, I'm always just like so super jealous because it's like if you're in a world like Sword Art Online, it's like you're essentially just in this cool, awesome, magical world where it's like you can join up with a guild, or you can just join up, or you can just fight solo alone and make money that way.
I came to believe that because we've been raised with such strongly opposing values, I could not accept you. However, I was mistaken. After hearing Elliot's story, I asked myself again why it was that I felt such resistance to fighting alongside you. I tried to ascertain my own feelings, slowly and carefully, and that was when I finally realized. During all these months we spent together, I've known deep down that you were worthy of my trust. Our values had nothing to do with that judgment. It came from my heart alone.
Uh, what's that one saying in Kingdom Hearts? Yeah. It's, oh my god, it's the ending in Kingdom Hearts, near the ending of Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah. Um, oh yeah. My heart, my heart is telling me to do something. Please allow me to do, what it says. His heart's decided. We can't change that. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, your heart is the one that makes the decision. I mean, after all, sometimes you can't help but do what your heart says. Just like with Sora, because it's like, oh, just following my heart. I mean, after all, the heart is the guiding key.
But in my stubbornness, I refused to acknowledge that one simple truth.
Yeah, so even if I die, like I want to just reborn into a guy, but I want to be raised into a good family where like one is I don't have like two parents who literally despise each other, where one parent refuses to be confrontational and just acts like a man child, and the other parent just like is just so stubborn, and all she does is just get herself drugged up or smoke or does something to harm herself in any way, shape, or form. I just sometimes really wish I was born with like two good parents that would just put aside their differences and just work together to raise a family perfectly. But apparently, and yeah, and I want to be born and really wish I was born with a family that were not dysfunctional. Like a family that, you know, I always felt welcomed. But apparently, I grew up with a family that were very dysfunctional. I mean, let me see. My father is essentially, he's a man child, and he refuses to act like he acts more like an adult child than an actual man himself. He can't be confrontational. He doesn't really do anything to help. Both my parents don't really do much to help me out a lot, honestly. And it always feels like it's always up to me. being a grown man acting like a brat. No, no offense or disrespect to your father. No, I mean none taken. I mean, like literally. I mean, I have a father who's supposed to be a veterinarian, but yet he refuses to. I mean, even though I kind of attacked his whole political beliefs or whatever, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't really give him a right to just. It doesn't necessarily give him a right to just okay delete and not respond to my text message. I'm like, I'm your son. I even actually remember that one time where I in their old house and in the Sonoma area, I got to stay with them for I think just the weekend, and essentially what ended up happening was I was using their TV because I was playing because I just want to play on my console or whatever, and instead of my dad wanting to participate, I remember hearing him literally acting like a child because he was having just a little minor little private talk with my stepmother, and instead of literally coming out and dealing with me about it, I'm like, you could just take some time just to play with your son. Even if you don't really understand video games, at least you could always have your son teach you how to play video games. Seriously. I mean, it's not that hard to learn to use a controller. It's really not that hard. But apparently these days, a lot of parents they think oh, I don't know how to operate a controller. Okay, if you know how to drive a car, and you've actually played with a remote car when you were a kid, you should know how to handle a controller. Literally, a controller is no different than having a remote control to a little toy car. Literally, it's no different. There's not much difference between it. The only difference between it is that you have a controller that has two analog sticks and a D-pad and an X, Y, and an X, circle, square, and triangle. That's it, really. It's not much difference. It's really easy to learn. But apparently, a lot of parents think it's really really hard. I'm like, it's not that hard. It would only take you maybe 2 seconds to actually learn how to use it.
I guess somewhere along the way I never thought you ever accepted me.
I see. Still,
What does this have to do with wanting to know about my past? Why do you want to know?
it's very simple, really.
Yeah, I mean, there are some content creators on YouTube that actually do have family and they do spend time with their kids. Literally. I mean, there's one I know called I think Clownfish TV. They spend time with their kids. They play games together. Um even yeah, and there's a lot of creators on YouTube that are actually fathers or that are a parent and they do actually spend time with their kids and playing video games. But my parents kind of grew up in a time where where apparently once video games became a thing, they refused to acknowledge and just learn to play video game with their kid.
I want to know because I like you.
What are you?
I find it frustrating when I'm not able to understand those I've taken an interest in or have a high opinion of. I felt like this several months ago with Reem, and I feel the same way now. That's why I want to know your history. I want to know what shaped you into who you are now. That said, this is simply an act of self-indulgence on my part. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. Man, when it comes to knowing Laura's background, I admire a woman like her. I do. Although I know she's no mere Mogulu, but at least she's cool though.
Taking your spoils by force is the Jaeger's way through and through. Is that okay with you?
It's fine. Because I have no intention of thinking of my reward as a spoil of battle. I'd much rather consider it an honor, bestowed for a hard-won victory.
Glad I never had those kind of parents who said video games are stupid and didn't want to engage with them. Yeah, I know. I mean, hell, even like when I was a kid, like, I mean,
Fine by me.
I even actually remember, like, as,
Just talk things out. You even need to fight now.
why not just let them? But yeah, yeah, I mean, like, back in the old days, like, literally, I mean, even now, like, there are parents out there that still think video games are a waste of time, but I'm like, it's not a waste of time more than a parent sitting in front of a TV for 12 hours a day after coming home from work, literally. What's the big fucking difference? Oh wait, oh yeah, of course. Knowing, because TV's been around, since the 1950s slash 1980s. So therefore, oh yeah, no, because it's much more okay, but it's not okay for a child to be sitting in front of a TV playing a video game. I'm like, oh yeah, you learn a lot more from playing a video game than you do from TV, literally. Like literally, when I used to hang out with my dad a lot, like, or whenever I'd be downstairs, like I'd be seeing like my mom and my dad, they'd be just like watching like Property Brothers or watching something. But whenever like I'd be over like with my dad and my stepmother, man, that'd be the first thing I would see them is like be watching like something called Property Brothers. I'm like, I'm not interested in watching houses, okay, and people buying houses and like knowing how much it's gonna cost and oh my god. Ridiculous.
All right. I'll officiate your duel.
No, I mean, like literally. I mean, yeah, I mean, TV and video games are not that different from each other. The only difference is that when you watch TV, you're literally just watching action on a screen. But when you play a video game, you're having more of an interaction with characters because you actually have a control in your hand and you're moving the character around. Plus, not to mention, like, there are jobs in the video game field, like, literally. Developer, designer, producer, engineer, programmer.
Neither of you need to hold anything back. If I think it's getting too dangerous, I'll step in and stop the fight.
Very well.
Thanks.
Oh, damn.
Impressive.
Same to you.
Then I won't hold back. Allow me to show my strongest skill learned from my father.
Then I'll show you my strongest. Learn from the boss himself.
That's enough!
I would call that a draw. Yeah, I wasn't either. I mean, I pretty much like grew up in a time where Cartoon Network was a thing, like Code Lyoko, Naruto, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Shaolin Showdown, 11 times Jennifer Lee, High Five Puffy on Miyumi, uh, Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, um, Boa Bobo, all those shows. I didn't really spend a lot of time like. I never really spent like a lot of time. I mean, I did watch Malcolm in the Middle, but that was usually just like a family thing. Or Scrubs, that was also another family thing. Or even South Park. That was also a family thing. But most of the time, like, it always just be me just watching stuff on, like, Cartoon Network or Kids WB.
I couldn't even tell who won. What about you, Reed?
I did actually, well, no, wasn't really into a lot of Nickelodeon shows, to be honest. Except for maybe if it was just like that one show called Drake and Josh. Other than that, I didn't really care much.
I
Oh,
feel bad saying this after volunteering to be the judge, but as far as I could tell, it was a draw.
called it.
Really?
Well, I suppose it is what it is. I'll simply have to continue my training and challenge you again another time.
Yeah, I never really cared much for about like Electric Company or yeah.
And don't forget, I still wish to duel you as well.
Wait, why me? Honestly.
Actually, I lost this one.
Huh?
Jaegers are at our best when we fight at night. The darkness gives us an edge. Even after I threw out a flash grenade, the duel still ended in a draw. If we'd fought during the day, I would have lost.
That's
She has a point. Well then,
very well. I'll accept this victory.
well, anyway, I guess the two of us should go for a little stroll then.
I don't mind if we listen. Is that fine with you, Laura?
I have no objections. We're all in this together.
Okay. I used to be part of a Jaeger corps called Zephyr. Before that, my earliest memories are of explosions and battlefields. I found myself wandering in a war-torn hotspot on the outskirts of some country I never even knew the name of. Jaeger corps threw themselves into battle for the highest bidder day after day, while I wandered alone. The man who eventually took me in called himself the Jaeger King. He was the leader of Zephyr, pretty famous Jaeger corps. He was middle-aged, crafty, stubborn, and lucky. He always seemed so carefree, but he never let his guard down. To me, though, he was the closest thing to a father I've ever had. The other members of Zephyr had their quirks, but they were all nice to me. As time went on, I started helping with cleaning, cooking, packing. During my free time, they started teaching me all kinds of skills I'd need to survive on the battlefield. One thing led to another, and I ended up fighting in my first real battle. The boss was reluctant, but after the others persuaded him, he made me a full-fledged member of the group. For the next few years, we lived and fought together. I even picked up a nickname like some career Jaegers do. Sylphid. We roamed all across the continent together. There were hard times. Times when we thought we might not live through the night, but we always did. Together. Until last year, when my boss died. It was a clash with another Jaeger corps, the Red Constellation. People used to say they were the only other Jaeger corps in West Zemuria that could match us. Their leader, a guy they called the War God, had been on bad terms with our boss for years. Eventually, the War God and the Jaeger King decided to settle things with one big duel. They kept going for 3 days and 3 nights. In the end, they both fell. After that, the Zephyr I'd grown up with disbanded. All the members who were left just kind of scattered. I don't know where they went. Then, just like that,
That's a lot of stuff to swallow. I will admit that. That is a lot to swallow.
After that, you ended up coming to the academy?
Yep. Just when I was wondering what I'd do next, Sarah showed up. She said she'd been following the situation between Zephyr and the Red Constellation. That's how we first met. I told her about what happened. She dragged me to the academy. She introduced me to the principal. After that, well, you know the rest.
That's quite a history. Listening to you tell your story really brings into focus how limited my view of the world has been. I feel like I finally know you. There's still so much more I want to learn, of course, but at least this gives me a base to build on.
Yeah, exactly right. They don't. Mostly because, like, a lot of. I mean, nowadays, now that video games have become a much more popular medium alongside anime versus compared to TV, because, I mean, TV is now just becoming very outdated. I mean, yeah, you now have, you now have streaming. Like, I don't really watch live television. I don't care much for cable, like, literally. I mean, except for, the the people who grew up around like 1950s, they still watch live television even though live television is so outdated. It's like, why do you care about watching live TV? Like, literally, live TV is just so boring. Like, just go, like, if you want to watch live TV, you could always just, oh, I don't know, like, just go on YouTube. You can watch plenty of live stuff. Like, if you want to listen to a podcast that you're interested in, just watch a podcast. I mean, sure. It may not be long, but at least it's uncut and it's all in raw footage. And there's a lot of, like, I mean, yeah, I mean, video games and anime are pretty much like the two popular mediums now out there. Literally, I mean, video games are so much fun because it's interactive, and plus you learn a lot more in when you play video games. Like, Final Fantasy VII was probably the very first time in 3D where you actually witnessed death in a video game after Sephiroth mercilessly killing Aerith, which honestly, given under the way how Cloud reacted, considering that all the stuff, then I can understand like why Cloud kind of covered it up, because after witnessing the person who found him as a friend died. Yeah, I mean, he kind of like took on the thing into claiming that he was first class, even though he wasn't a first class soldier. He only got brought on, and because of Zack, he then, yeah, and plus he got Mako poisoned, obviously. So then, pretty much, and I mean, Hojo pretty much filled Sephiroth's mind with lies. Never even told him, oh, his father, who his father was. But yeah, and learning all of that, yeah, it's amazing, and that was like the very first game where you witnessed the death of a character in a video game, which pretty much changed everything. But even still, parents nowadays, like, they mostly either, okay, they'll play like a mobile game like Candy Crush or Angry Birds or something. That's what my mom plays. But but to the younger crowd, like my generation, like, there are people that play like games like Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, or Zone Zone Zero, or Withering Waves, or League of Legends, or any game for that matter. So yeah, video games nowadays are a very popular medium, but the mainstream media, but the people in the mainstream area refuse to acknowledge that video games should now just be an acceptable medium, because there's still a lot of insecure people out there. that think video games is a danger to society, but it's not. It's parenting that's a danger to society, not the video game's fault. It's the parenting that's the problem. And the government knows it, but they just refuse to tell parents to start limiting your child access to play mature rate games and to just start taking action into, raising your kid correctly. I mean, even like when I work at Target, like I see like a lot of parents, the way they don't control their kid. They just like they let their kids go crazy, and I'm like, control your child, like literally. Even some parents they let their kid just run around. I'm like, dude, like literally. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the thing too. But yeah, people refuse to, they just refuse to see like what opportunities, getting into the gaming world is. I mean, hell, like even back like 10 years ago, esports was a major thing. It was like the first thing because there were games like Overwatch, Rocket League. I mean, Rocket League is still played today, but it's just not well popular as it was like about a decade ago.
How about it? You're gonna mix things up a little?
Oh, let's do it.
Now wait just a minute. Should've known. I guess I've had this coming since the practical exam, huh?
Well, it's at your discretion, of course. I doubt either of us has been thinking to fight at our feet.
But we'll give it a try.
You gotta be kidding me! We haven't got a chance to do this. This is a good opportunity to see what they can really do, right? Let's just think of this as a little bonus for our
tunnels would have been better.
You know, it's a little late for such deep insights. Besides, who do you think were the ones who started this? Don't just act like you're some innocent bystanders.
Keep up the good work.
Are they all still asleep? It's almost time for breakfast.
Oh, it's you, Elliot. Sorry, we didn't mean to keep you waiting.
What's wrong? You look exhausted.
You might say we had a pretty eventful night.
Look at these geriatrics. On the other hand, as you can see, we have gusto to spare. Isn't that right, Fee?
Can you call yourselves men?
You two just waltz around like that for last night. Are you looking
Well, they are human, but they are now an unstoppable force to be reckoned with.
Oh, just calm down.
Wow, what the heck did you guys do last night? Two of you look like you've been chased around town by wolves, but Fee and Laura are all buddy-buddy now.
Yeah, we'll catch you up on that later. First things first, let's grab the list of today's tasks from the mailbox.
No, I haven't played it yet. I heard that there was like some sort of minor thing that the Sonic team actually did, where I think it was like something really with Sonic giving something to Amy or something. I forget what it was now, but I think that's probably the reason like why I haven't really played it. But I don't know. I still haven't played the Sonic Colors, the one for PC, the remastered one. I haven't played it yet, honestly. Wow, so that's what happened yesterday after you guys left. I feel all left out now. Your apologies. But listening to you talk about your resolve yesterday strengthened my own. I simply couldn't wait any longer. We'll trade it something later. Consider yourself lucky you didn't have to endure 2 hours of police questioning afterward, like we did. Oh, so that's why you all seem so tired. Yeah, it's not the lack of sleep that gets you, it's the mental fatigue. So, did you receive another packet of tasks from the governor? Yeah, probably delivered first thing this morning, before we were even awake. We'll look at them once we finish our breakfast. Really? Got butchered? Damn. Wow. So they actually they literally butchered the original song, like the intro song or whatever. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm kind of almost done with current day Sonic. Like I feel like I kind of just like playing like I really wish that I don't know, Sonic Heroes was on the PC, but I know I could just emulate the game if I wanted to. I did actually hear I think you could actually play the game on smartphone, but I can't even find it. But I think you probably have to do it through an emulator though. But yeah. I mean, I still have a Wii. Actually, I got a refurbished Wii because I remember I gave my old one away to a former roommate actually once. It was like a long time ago though, so I don't have it anymore. Um, so I got a new one, but I haven't really played it. Mostly because I hate using the whole sensor bar thing. But yeah, I feel like I'm almost like done with playing like all the newer Sonic games, and I just want to play all the old ones. I mean, because I know Sonic Adventures is on PC, and I know it could always just mod the game and just play it that way. So. Really? The level music they messed up? Wow. Huh. So let's see, we've got has gone missing. If you can help us, please visit us in the. Got it. I need someone to test a new product. Come to the stage on Vancouver Street and I'll tell you more. Creature. Looks like we've got quite a variety too. Yep, that monster is turned issue request from Heimdr port. Oh yeah, Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, I remember that game. Although honestly, I hated the wolf mechanic mostly because like when if you're like the wolf version of Sonic, like man, it's hard to even like actually run when you're in wolf form. But when you're in normal form, it's easy. Other than that, I feel like I'm done with the Sonic games. I think. Because I know like a lot of Sonic games can be hit or miss. I know that much. I think I played. I think the PlayStation version. I can't remember which one. It was either the Wii version or the PlayStation version. I can't remember. I didn't actually. Okay. I didn't actually have an Xbox. Honestly, my brothers had the 360. I never really had the original Xbox or the Xbox 360. I was more of like into PlayStation or Nintendo. Let's see. I don't know why my freaking place is so cold right now. God, I don't know why my place is so cold right now, but it is. Monkeys, I'm so glad you came. It's no trouble. You want us to find a kin for you, right? That's right. She's been gone since yesterday, and we were worried sick. But then we heard about all of you from City Hall. It was quite a surprise, to be honest. When we sent our request to the Residents Association, we never expected Carl would take matters into his own hands. Wait, I want Mario to come out with Galaxy 2. Really? I do actually remember I saw the first look for the Switch 2, and honestly, not really much to it, to be honest. I know it's like probably, I think I was told like, it's like it's supposed to be like a bigger screen, but there's not really much difference, honestly. I mean, it kind of seems kind of sad, honestly. Yeah, I remember like Nintendo, they're supposed to be like an innovative gaming company, known for making quite innovative products. Now it seems like they're so very dull and droll. And I really wish they would go back and just have like have the dual analog be the main controller, not the freaking Joy-Cons. I don't like the Joy-Cons. Oh. I don't remember if I actually 100%ed Galaxy. I think all I did was just complete the 50 to 70 stars. That was all I pretty much did. I don't think I ever did the 100 star completion. I'm not really a completionist, to be honest. Yeah, cats are pretty. They can pretty much land pretty well on their feet, actually. Unlike, I don't know. Well, actually, humans can do that too, but cats are pretty well trained to jump. Yeah. Alright, let's see. We're gonna find No. Let's see here. I wonder if you can milk it. You can't milk a cat, but you can milk a cow. Actually, I remember that one joke. I remember it was like watching a streamer. Well, he used to stream a lot over here on Kick, but apparently not. But I used to watch him. And he would. There was this one moment in time where I think he was doing. He was playing Majora's Mask. I think he was on the third one where it's like the underwater one where it's like I forget the name of the boss. You go into that one little water temple area, which is a lot more complex compared to the original water temple in Ocarina of Time. And I remember I was pulling a joke about the Great Fairy's boobs because like, oh yeah, you know what, you know, her, I wonder what would happen if if I forget how I said it. I think it was like, oh, if you, what if if you squeeze the Great Fairy's boobs, maybe fairy dust would actually come out of it. Oh my god, the joke, it was just so funny. I think I used the word jugs instead of boobs. I'm like, god. Uh, really great bazongas. They're very pointy in Ocarina of Time and in Majora's Mask, but they're still amazing. Don't think I'm gonna find one here. Oh god. I don't think you could really milk a cat. But, yeah.
This park is so peaceful, it's easy to forget we're in the capital.
I could take a nap here.
Yeah, people love to come here to relax.
Yeah, I forgot. Parks are also great places for dates as well. That's it. It's a Crystal Gardens. Um. Yeah. I think I recall. I think you can also milk a goat if memory serves me correctly. Because I know that there's goat milk and then there's cow milk. I think you can actually milk a goat, I believe. I forget where I remember that, but I remember that was somewhere. Let's see. This is a major hub of the capital's freight distribution network. Actually, I want to do that later. I want to focus on the other quest first. Let's see. I guess I'll still have to look over here on the Ost District then. It's probably the best way for me to look. Oh wait. There's another area I could check. I forgot I could also check here. Mom and her kitten. It's always nice to see a family getting along. Neither of them match the description we've been given, though. Locked, huh? We searched the entire the Ost District now. Well, I was home to most of Heimdall's stray cats, but I haven't seen their leader around anywhere. They have a leader? I guess we haven't really searched the alleyways or anything yet. True, those are the kinds of places you'd expect to find kittens too. Allow us to return to our search then. That's one big cat. That's the leader of all the cats in the Ost District. They call him Mr. Tittles. But that's not a very imposing name. Oh, wow. He's fast for a cat. There he is. That skin matches Noah's description perfectly. But I never would have expected to find her here. Don't worry. We're not here to hurt you. I'm fine. Stay quiet. We're not your enemy. All we want to do is take that kitten back to her home. Yeah, it didn't. I thought it was like in the other districts, but apparently I was wrong. I don't think any of us could have predicted this would happen. I can hardly believe the legendary Mr. Tittles took her under his care, though. The thought warms this old heart. Great, and I'm impressed that Fee was able to connect with him, too. It's not a big deal. Thanks for patching up my finger for me, Cha-Cha. Oh, yes, please take this. It's not much, but it's the least we can do to thank you, after all. Alright, quest complete. Alright, I'll play for maybe for another 2 or 3 minutes or 10 minutes. Let's see. Well now, you kids must be from Thor's Class 7. I'm Howard, the owner of this here boutique. You look shocked that I know who you are, but I was the one who designed those uniforms you're wearing. Is that so? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you then. Uniforms were made here. They're fantastic uniforms. It's an honor to be able to speak to the man who designed them. Haha, you're gonna make me blush if you keep that all up. It's really the other way around. You all suit your uniforms very well. You even made your own little tweaks to match your personalities. Good stuff. I'm guessing you're here because of that request I sent in then. But I'd like one of you to give them a little test run for me, just to see how they hold up in action. Not our usual kind of request. Newest design. Here in Erebania. I do happen to be familiar with them, actually. I believe they celebrated their 50th anniversary last year. From Lemon State, right? And yes, I'm pretty impressed you two know so much. Amazing ones, that's all. You're wearing Strega shoes yourself, young lady. Easy to move and durable enough. They're pretty decent. Only got one person here who fits the bill. You're up, Laura. I can't imagine anyone else in our group wearing them, at least. Then it's sorted. Mind if I ask you to put them on now? If I remember correctly, I'm like basically calculated. Basically, I'm being calculated to figure out how many meters or feet can I go with it to figure out how durable they are. Yeah, there we go. many steps you've taken. I think 2,000 steps should do it. Let's see. Oh, equip. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Um, 10 steps. Essentially, I'm just walking around to get them out steps. That's all I'm doing. Nothing really like anything like too fancy or anything like that. Let's see, what am I up to now? Okay. And I think after I'm done with this side quest, I think I'll pretty much like stop the stream from here after that. Sad I don't have I didn't get the right amount of viewership from the past, just like I got from the past couple streams. It's very saddening. Oh wow. see. How many steps have I gotten so far? Okay. So it's not too bad. So still a long way to go, though. Ah. I would have been fine with just 1,000, honestly. I can go back to Vanquish Street, I suppose. Is this the man who wrecked the buffet at the Howl Club this morning? What, can the guy hear me through the wall? Yes, he can. Alright. God, I remember the other show I also loved to watch. Well, I still watch it. Is Aqua Teen Hunger Force. God, such a great show. Oh, me with the pianos over there. Where is he? Right here? Hey, you're the birthday boy. Let's just take off the blindfold, man. Back here. Meanwhile, hooray! Meanwhile, you did. See? All right. Where's the candy? Okay. Who's cake? Well, there's cake. Who's candy? Right? Where is candy right here? For like, I'm friends with an apple and a box. I'm crazy as hell. Well, I did, boy. Diss me to my face. Boxy, please, don't take it that way. What am I supposed to take? We just want to celebrate my birthday. Okay, I don't want cake. Hey, birthday. Wait, stop! Don't. Oh, look who just showed up. I thought you said you didn't do birthdays. Yeah. God, Aqua Teen Hunger Force was such a great show back in the day. Such a great show. You're telling me about this is a new birthday song. What it's called? A Spirit Journey Formation Anniversary. It came to Getty Lee, lead singer Rush. Rush, Getty Lee. Oh. God. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the item thing. Alright, awesome. Awesome sauce. Let's see. I think I go back to Animecore straight. Impressive. You walked pretty far. I'll be able to recommend these to our customers with. They've got some mystery, all right. Still, not too well known in Arizona, though. The Customs Act. Further realizing import restrictions too. That's what made me decide to. All right. I think I'm going to call it a stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's stream, and tomorrow I will actually, you know what? I think about it, I probably won't actually have time tomorrow because I'm working tomorrow. But probably, I'm not sure what my schedule is. I haven't taken a look at my new schedule yet, but I'll the next time I'll stream, probably it'll definitely be next week for sure. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Animecore 5. Definitely check out all my other content over on YouTube, and if you're on Kick, definitely give me a follow and come back for more. And stuff. Follow me over on. You can follow me over on Discord and as well as over on Twitter/X and also on Instagram if you guys like, and everything else. All right. Other than that, this is Animecore 5, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, folks.